Welcome to the Agenda Gap Facilitators Field Guide. This is your quick, practical rundown for successfully leading each workshop in the series. We're kicking things off today with Workshop 1, Getting to Know Each Other. This first session is pretty crucial, isn't it, for setting the right tone?
Absolutely. Really lays the groundwork.
Yeah.
So this episode, we're aiming to equip you with all the essential info you need to feel confident and ready. We'll cover the workshop's purpose, what you need to prep, and, some key tips for engaging your youth participants right from the very start. Think of it as your verbal cheat sheet.
Okay, perfect. So let's dive in. Workshop 1, Getting to Know Each Other. What's the big picture here? What's the main purpose?
The core purpose is really foundational. It's about, well, two main things. First, introducing the youth to the whole Agenda Gap program structure, the 4 phases. But maybe even more importantly, it's about creating a comfortable space, a space where they can start connecting, both with each other and, crucially, with you and the facilitation team.
Right, building those initial connections. And what about the goals for the youth themselves? By the end of this, what should they walk away with?
Good question. So by the end of this, it's about a 2-hour session, the youth should be able to actually notice some commonalities within their new group. That helps them feel more at ease, working together. And they should also have a clear understanding of the overall purpose of the Agenda Gap program. It really is all about relationship building from day one.
Okay, that makes sense. Relationships and understanding the why. Now, let's get practical. Facilitation prep. What do facilitators need to have sort of squared away before the workshop kicks off?
Right. Prep is key. First thing, the land acknowledgement. You want to tell the group you're doing this to open the program in a good way. Make sure you have the right acknowledgement for your specific region. That's really important. If you need some help finding it, native-land.ca is a great resource the guide points to.
Okay, land acknowledgement sorted. What else? Materials, tech considerations, anything like that?
Yeah, so the activities in the session document itself will guide your specific material needs. But generally speaking, be ready with things like sticky notes, maybe a whiteboard, standard interactive stuff. Tech-wise, especially if you're virtual, really encourage the youth to come on camera if they aren't already. Seeing each other it really boosts that sense of community and trust, especially for these intro activities.
That visual connection.
Exactly. Oh, and also, think about your group size. You'll need that info for planning the smaller breakout groups in Activity 1, making sure they're manageable.
Got it. Okay, prep done. Now, let's talk delivery. Walk us through some key tips for actually running a successful getting to know each other session. How do we make it smooth?
Absolutely. So during that first activity, the 10-word biography, you really need to reaffirm that youth should only share what they're comfortable with. No pressure. The aim is just a friendly, easy environment. And a really crucial tip here, something simple but powerful. Facilitators should reintroduce themselves first, including their preferred pronouns.
Ah, that's a great point. Leading by example.
It makes such a difference. It just helps create a safer space, for non-binary and trans youth right from the start. Sets a standard of respect.
Definitely. What about managing energy levels or encouraging everyone to participate, even the quieter ones?
Yeah, good point. For Activity 1, getting to know you, the guide says. Bring the energy. It's meant to be fun, lighthearted, almost like a game, finding those common threads. Your enthusiasm as a facilitator really helps get them talking. Then, when you introduce the program phases in the look forward part, make sure you pause often.
Okay, why the pausing?
It just gives them space.
Right.
Space to actually ask questions or make comments without feeling rushed. And remember to highlight that the later phases get more youth-led. That's a big motivator for them.
Right, giving them that sense of future ownership. What about activity 2, 7 questions in 7 minutes? Any specific pointers for that one?
Yeah, for that one, keep an ear out, particularly for the last question. It's something like, what is something in your life or the world that you want to change? The answers there can give you some really early clues about their interests, maybe potential policy passions, things you can note down and, circle back to later as the program goes on.
Sort of like little seeds for future discussions.
Exactly. And also, just generally in that activity, pay attention to strengths that might pop up in their answers. You might spot potential leaders or specific skills early on.
Interesting. Okay, and the final activity, connect and close with the time capsule. That sounds like a fun way to wrap things up.
It really is. When you're collecting items for that time capsule, though, the guide suggests steering away from super personal stuff, maybe romantic relationships, keep it more focused on pop culture, news, general activities, that sort of thing.
Makes sense. Keep it light and collective.
Precisely. And the most important thing is making sure all voices feel represented in that capsule. Affirm that every suggestion is valid. You want every single youth to feel like their interests matter and are included. Oh, and don't forget, the AWE survey becomes available after each workshop. That includes the anonymous compliments board, a great spot for youths to give each other shout-outs.
Right, the AWE survey for feedback and those positive shout-outs. Okay, so let's just quickly recap the flow. What's the sequence of activities in this first workshop?
Sure. So you start with the land acknowledgement and welcome. Then you dive into the connect and open 10-word biography for those first intros and sharing pronouns. After that, it's the look forward section where you introduce the agenda gap program focus, the 4 phases, and open it up for Q&A.
Okay, introductions and program overview done. Then the main activities.
Yep. Then you get activity 1, getting to know you. That's the small group breakout. Finding common ground using prompts like fine arts, sports, food. Get them chatting. Next is activity 2, 7 questions in 7 minutes, the structured sharing. Maybe using sticky notes or a whiteboard. Quick insights. And you wrap it all up with connecting close, building that collective time capsule of current favorites, and then giving them time for the AWE survey. All the detailed steps, of course, are in the written guide.
Perfect. So it sounds like facilitators are now pretty well primed for Workshop 1. It really is about creating that warm, inviting space and setting the stage.
Exactly. Remember, this is just the first of, around 15 workshops. So fostering that sense of community and curiosity right now, it pays off big time later on.
Yeah.
Trust your instincts, use the guide, and honestly, try to enjoy the process too.
Great advice. That wraps up this episode of the Agenda Gap Facilitators Field Guide. You've absolutely got this. We'll catch you next time for insights on the next workshop.